Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Charles Sabansi. I want to welcome you guys to another episode of the Dreamerspro Show, where we cover everything from sports, hot topics, classic debates, entertainment, and we give you guys a fresh perspective on things and how we see them. And today we're going to be talking about that damn Marcus Jordan. But before we even get into it, please make sure you like the video and subscribe to the channel if you want to follow me on Instagram. My name is Charles Tabansi. Excuse me, my handle is CTABANZ. If you want to follow Dreamers Pro on Instagram, same name as the channel. And make sure you check out the Dreamers Pro podcast that we have pinned in the comment section for today's full show. You know, I don't even know where to begin with this story. This has been one of those stories I have done my best to avoid at all cost. The reason being is that the story is so outlandish, it's so disrespectful, it's so distasteful, it's so shameful and shameless that just the mere thought of it makes me begin to wonder, how is this even possible? How is this even possible? And I think personally that we need to bring shame back. I think shame has been taken out of society and it needs to come back quick, fast, because the things that are taking place today are unheard of. Let me get into this story. Marcus Jordan is the son of Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan, the majority of us believe he is the greatest player in NBA history. And Marcus Jordan is his son. And Marcus Jordan, who I don't know what his current form of employment is, to be quite honest with you. At one point, I heard he was working with the Jordan brand. That's what I heard at one point, but I don't know, right? I don't know. But anyway, Marcus Jordan is 32 years old, right? And he's the son of Michael Jordan. Then we hear this story that him and Larsa Pippen, who's 49 years old, and there's nothing wrong with her age, but anyway, who's 49 years old, I'm just giving these numbers for context, that Marcus Jordan and Larsa Pippen were dating. The minute I heard that story, I said to myself, how low can you go? How messy can you be? For those of you who may be unaware, Larsa Pippen is Scottie Pippen's ex-wife. Larsa Pippen was an adult, or damn near an adult, when Marcus Jordan was a child. And obviously, Scottie Pippen and Michael Jordan used to be teammates. So Larsa Pippen was around Marcus Jordan when he was young. You and your husband have a separation or a divorce or whatever the hell you want to call it. And you go on to embarrass the man from strength to strength, which seems to be the thing nowadays. I mean, Jada Pinkett, she's the one that tried to really, really popularize this disrespect of husbands or ex-husbands or whatever the hell you want to call it. And I just can't express to you the elation that I felt when I found out that her book flopped. I mean, I can't put it into words. Even women were ashamed for her. Like, what are you doing? What are you doing? She then decides, you know what? I'm going to go date my ex-husband's teammate's son. That's the first embarrassment of the story. Then we get to the second side of this story, which is Marcus Jordan knows that his father and Scottie Pippen are having a fallout publicly. He then takes it upon himself to say, you know what? I'm Michael Jordan's son, and I have absolutely no options in the dating market. I mean, after all, I'm Michael Jordan's son. I have no options. And you know what I'm going to do? Of all the women in this world to date, not only am I going to date Scottie Pippen's ex-wife, to add insult to injury, I'm going to try to marry this woman. Which to me is one of the most disrespectful, callous things you can do. Number one is disrespectful to your dad. Number one, because you know it's messy. Number two, oh my God, Scottie Pippen's ex-wife? Really? And they're up here talking about it. Oh my God, it's so beautiful and it's love. And he's out there getting it up, twerking it up all over the place, expressing his excitement. And yesterday I put on the channel and I wrote this, and I want to read it to the public here. I said, because we've been hearing that he wants his father to attend the wedding. And I wrote about 16 hours ago, and this post has about 1,700 likes and about 327 comments. I said, if I'm MJ and my son wants to marry my former teammate's wife and wants me to attend the wedding, no problem. I'll remove you, the son, out of my will, and I'll be at your wedding with a big fat smile on my face. Hell, I'll even dance at the reception. But I will be damned if she gets 1 red cent of my money. I'm sorry. This is about money. Of all the men in the world, you go pick your ex-husband's teammate son. The woman has absolutely zero shame, and the son is an embarrassment. Just my opinion. I meant every single word that I put out there. Now, some people will say, but what do you mean it's about money? Michael Jordan, let's look at Michael Jordan's net worth. Michael Jordan has to be worth, I know he's worth over, okay, Michael Jordan is worth $3 billion. And some of you say, well, this is just a coincidence. I mean, Marcus Jordan is not worth $3 billion. So the son of a billionaire is most likely not going to end up being a billionaire. Are we going to be that naive? Michael Jordan's going to leave his money to who? The birds? No, let's be for real. He's going to leave his money to who? The sardine in the sea? Obviously, he's going to leave some of that money for his children, unless he wants to face the public backlash of you not leaving any of your $3 billion net worth. You're not going to leave anything to your kids. So she knows that she's coming into real money now. Billionaire money by marrying this guy. But some of you may say, well, I mean, it still doesn't prove that she's after the money. Okay, let's look at her dating history. Who are some of the people that she's gone after? All high-profile multimillionaires. All high-profile multimillionaires, and this is a pattern. And now, you just struck gold by marrying this guy. By marrying this guy, number one. Number two, how can you do something so disrespectful to your ex-husband? How can you do something so, even if you guys are not together? For God's sakes, you guys have kids. How do you think the kids are going to look at this situation? I'm just speaking out loud. I'm trying to imagine if my mom did something. I would probably not speak to my mother if she did something. I wouldn't. Because now you're just trying to embarrass the guy. You're just trying to embarrass the guy. Let me get to an article I discovered this morning from Sports Illustrated. It says, Michael Jordan's blunt forward message to his son about dating Scottie Pippen's ex-wife. This article was published on November 1st. Pablo Torre interview this week with Michael Jordan's son Marcus and his girlfriend Larsa Pippen, the ex-wife of Scottie Pippen, was as wild as anything you'll see this year. The relationship dynamics at play are beyond strange, which the two even admitted to Torre and Charlotte Wilder. Aesthetically, it probably doesn't look good, Pippen said of the peculiarity of the relationship. Just to hear of it, it doesn't resonate well with people. You think? The article then continues on, but the two do seem happy. And for the most part, the interview seemed normal. And then it continues on. Perhaps the most viral moment in the interview came when Marcus Jordan said he would like his father to be the best man when he does marry Larsa Pippen, who would add a whole additional layer of weird to the situation. But Marcus Jordan also provided some key context to know to how his father has approached the relationship with his former teammate's ex-wife. And according to Marcus, Michael Jordan has been supportive. The main thing for my dad was, you're a grown adult, Marcus Jordan said. Ultimately, as long as I'm happy, he's happy. He never intervened in my dating life prior to Larsa, and he's not going to start now. And then the article then goes on to say a few other things. Listen, I think that's a bunch of trash. I think what was just said in this article in that, but him being happy is a bunch of BS, is a bunch of bull. You know what I'm trying to say. Absolute bull. Do you know why I say that? Because when Michael Jordan was asked about his son dating Larsa Pippen in public, he said he doesn't support it. That's what he said publicly. So I don't know where he got this story from. Because the last time we heard out of MJ's mouth, he said, I don't support it. He said no. They asked him, do you support? He said no. No. N-O-No. Any reasonable, sensible father would say no. If I had a son and he tried to pull this man, I'm not even attending your wedding. You ain't gonna see me there. I'm not gonna be a part of that embarrassment of that show. How does it look? I'm gonna be standing up there at my son's wedding while my former teammate's ex-wife is marrying him. I'm gonna watch the two of them kiss on screen. How the hell am I supposed to feel as a father? I'm gonna feel grossed out. So all of these years you had your eyes on my son? While you were married to this man, you were looking at my son? Is this what I'm supposed to be a part? I'm supposed to support this and talk about, oh, I'm going to be a supportive dad. I'm absolutely not. Maybe it's the African side of me. African parents ain't going for this BS. My father told me, if you ain't got no money to be able to even provide for your wife, I'm not even attending the wedding. Because you're not going to go marry her and then try to be a burden to me. That's what he told me. Now, was it harsh? Was it painful to hear? But that's what he has a line in the sand. What do you look like going to marry a woman you can't take care of the woman? Why are you going to go marry her? That's what he told me. Now, some people disagree with that position. That's his position. And I'm saying, I'm using that as an example to say that there are some parents that will draw the line. Regardless if they're your kids or not. They're not going to go for it. This situation is an embarrassment. On all levels. And I'm sure Michael Jordan does not want to be seen at a wedding smiling it up and cheesing it up to this madness. Larsa Pippen knows what she's doing. Of all the men in the world to love, think about it. Of all the men, first of all the men in the world to marry and to fall in love with, you're going to fall in love with your ex-husband's teammate's son. And that's supposed to be normal. It's beyond weird. I don't know. Maybe it must be like a Hollywood thing. I don't know. I don't know. It's always these Hollywood stories and this kind of ridiculous stories of how kids be. I don't know. I don't know what it is, man. I don't know what it is. So what, MJ supposed to invite his friends to that wedding? No. Let's think about it. You're going to invite your parents. Your parents are going to come and they're going to invite their friends because after all, their son is getting married. And they're supposed to sit there and be a part of that embarrassment. And we all just gonna act like it's normal. And I'm supporting my son. Nah, I'm gonna call you to the side and be like, what the hell are you doing? What are you doing? To me, man, listen, this is a sham. It is disgraceful, this situation. These are just my thoughts. It doesn't get more disgraceful than this. These are my thoughts. Whatever you guys think, please leave your thoughts and comments in the comment section. And we catch you guys on the next show. Peace.